Union of Public Employees. I am the Ontario President and a General Vice President. Our union represents hundreds of thousands of public sector workers who are saying loudly and unequivocally, we demand a ceasefire, we demand an arms embargo, we demand justice for Palestine and for Lebanon. Our union, our members, have been on the side of Palestinian liberation since 2006, when our union was the first in Canada to adopt a BDS campaign, the call to join BDS. Since then, our members, virtually every year, have voted democratically on resolutions, including at our most recent national convention last fall, where we called on the Canadian government to demand a ceasefire, to end arms sales to Israel, to revoke diplomatic immunity to the state of Israel, and to lift the blockade of Gaza. In Ontario, this spring, our members built on that by demanding that we mobilize inside our union to call for a two-way arms embargo and to have the Canadian state honor the ICC warrant against Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. And we do more than resolutions. We are committed to working with our members, to doing member-to-member education to make sure that people understand the history of Israel's occupation and colonization of Palestine and the Canadian state's role in propping up this horrible Zionist regime. It's important that as the largest union in Canada, our members have decided to do this, but we did it in part because of a call from Palestinian trade unionists for solidarity. As workers, when workers in any part of the world call on our solidarity, we must be there with them. And unions around the globe have shown up. Unions are rising to this call. Workers are blockading ports, preventing ships carrying war materials to Israel. We are disrupting weapons manufacturers. This is happening in Colombia, where unions there are calling for a suspension of all coal to Israel. Japanese unions are fighting against their government support of Israel. Activists have shut down weapons factories from Edinburgh to Denmark. My God, here in the city of Toronto, activists have shut down weapons facilities a number of times. Of pressure, tens of thousands of people in the street, the Liberals in Ottawa finally passed a motion calling for a ceasefire and an arms embargo, or a freezing of arms shipment. But we know passing that resolution wasn't enough. We learned that then our government was shipping arms to the United States in order to get them to Israel. It's why today is so important. We must continue to say, not in our name, stop selling weapons to Israel that will kill children and families, bomb infrastructure, and no hospitals, bomb universities. Enough, enough, enough! And we're just down the road from the Ontario legislature. And as the Ontario leader, I would be remiss if I didn't remind us all of the role that the four Conservatives are playing here. They are cowards. They try to redirect from their own scandal and mismanagement. They pick on anyone who dares to stand on the side of justice and stand with Palestine. But the province is watching, the world is watching, and history will judge their actions accordingly. We call on the Ford government on the federal government to act in the motion that they passed to fully implement an arms embargo now, to respect and uphold international law. Look around you, friends. This is a diverse crowd. People from unions, from community, all of us coming together. And it is because of these actions, because people come together, because we mobilize, because we demonstrate, that the Canadian government has been forced to move so far. Let's keep going! Let's keep going!